Welcome to PeopleTools Tech Tips. I'm Randy Grocke. We're building Insights Dashboards. Our next step is to create an Insights index pattern. A little housekeeping first. I've updated my PeopleSoft environment to HCM PUM 54 since our last video. That means our PeopleTools, OpenSearch, and Insights have all been upgraded to PeopleTools 8.62. The look and feel are mostly the same for our purposes. There are also small changes to our query XPT3 training data. The drilling URL no longer populates the portal and node fields. These are not required and created issues when importing the query to other environments with different primary node names. The query now returns 241 rows with the new PUM 54 data. Our previous video showed the query returning 237 rows with the PUM 851 data. The course duration field is now 4 digits instead of just 1. This allows us to show the correct course length of some courses. The updated project with all these changes are available on PeopleToolsTechTips.com and our GitHub site, PeopleTools Tech Tips. Before creating an index pattern, we have some prerequisites in PeopleSoft. Create and deploy search definition and extract data from PeopleSoft into OpenSearch by scheduling a search index. See links below if you need to revisit these steps. So, what's an Insights index pattern? An index pattern is the foundation of Insights visualizations. It connects the OpenSearch indexes to visualizations. It's where we format how data fields are displayed. It's where we can create scripted fields for calculated values. Generally, it's where we shape how our data appears and behaves within Insights. Let's create our index pattern. Navigate to the Insights homepage, then to Dashboards Management and Index Patterns. The page shows all the current index patterns. Click on the Create Index Pattern button. Start typing the name of the search definition you created for this dataset. Type in the full exact name of the search definition. You'll see your index appears with the suffix of your environment. Don't include the suffix in your name, but do include the wildcard and asterisk at the end. An OpenSearch environment can support multiple PeopleSoft environments. This is how it keeps track of where that data came from. We want to maintain the wildcard at the end of the search definition name so this index pattern can match the same index in other environments these objects are migrated. Click the Next Step button. On this next screen, choose I don't want to use a time filter. This is an advanced subject we'll cover in a later post. For now, choose not to use this filter. Click the Create Index Pattern button. Our index pattern is displayed on the next page. That's it. We're done. That's the minimum configuration needed to start creating visualizations and dashboards with your data. The first thing is to check to see if our index pattern has data. Navigate to Insights Home and choose Discover. Then choose your index from the drop-down menu. The page loads all the documents in that index. We can see the count at the top there are 241 hits from this index. This number matches the 241 rows returned by the query. If this number is less than our query count, it's most likely because our drilling URL is not unique for each row. Find the link below to our blog post, Are You Missing Data in Your Insights Dashboards, for help modifying your drilling URL to make the rows unique. It's not required, but you may want to format some of your data before displaying it in a visualization. All dates and date times display the same default format, which includes the time down to milliseconds. Even date-only fields such as effective date will display this full time format. Let's format a date field into something a little bit more user-friendly. Find your date field in the list and click on the edit icon. In the format box, choose the type date. Then, in the pattern box, type in the date format string. I like YYY-MM-DD because it makes comparing multiple dates a little bit easier. In the lower sample section, Insights displays examples of how this date will appear given your format string. Click the Save Field button. We see that our field now has a format applied. Test your dates carefully in visualizations. If you find that your dates seem to be off by 1 day, refer to our post about date issues for a way to correct this problem. A link is below. Insights can display working URLs in data tables. However, if we don't format the URL as a link in the index pattern, the user will just see a raw, unclickable HTML string as plain text. To use the URL as a live link, format it in the index pattern. Navigate to the index pattern and find your URL field. Click the edit icon. In the format box, choose link. Then, in the label template field, type in a description to hold your link. The sample section below shows how your field will appear in an Insights data table. Click the Save Field button. We see our URL field as our format in the field list. See our post for more details about formatting URLs in Insights. The link is below. An index pattern is a pretty straightforward concept. It connects your visualizations with an OpenSearch's index data. They are easy to create, and they are functional just by the act of creating them. In our next video, I'll demonstrate exporting and importing Insights objects to JSON files for migration and backup. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you next time here on PeopleTools Tech Tips.